All right, hello and welcome to our Douglasville Impact Community Podcast. I'm Jason Post, and we have a great show ahead today, once again, with a gallery of fun guests, a couple of bonus guests. We have two guests this week instead of our normal one special guest. So let's introduce everybody on the screen today. So joining us again, Emily Hardaway, our communications manager with the city,
Yes.
as always, joining us. But we have two special guests, double the trouble, double the fun, um, joining us today from the Douglas County School System. Right, Miss Portia Lake and Patty Sullivan are both joining us to talk about some fun and exciting things happening coming up with a new school year. Right.
That's right.
But thanks for joining us and thanks for being a part of the podcast. It's going to have a fun conversation today. But before we jump into all the fun school stuff, Emily is going to take both news and events this week, right?
Yeah.
So what's going on in
Yeah.
the city and in the community?
Yeah. So, kicking things off with city news this week. If you have driven past Old City Hall recently, then you will see that demolition has started. So, um, the building is down and construction will start soon. And yeah, when the new city hall is built, it'll be a three-story building. And the awesome thing about the new city hall is that it is going to be debt-free. Which is great news for the taxpayers in our community. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So
So
yeah, that demolition is going on and should be completed shortly. And then construction will begin shortly after that.
possibly already, because yeah, I know we record these a little bit in advance, but by the time this releases, the buildings are probably gone. Because I know this week they are working really hard and really fast. Half the buildings are gone already. Probably by the end of the week they'll all be gone. So probably by the time
Yeah.
the podcast actually releases, the buildings are probably gone.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah.
So yeah, but it's so yeah, if you're driving by and you're seeing it, it's it's sad to see the buildings go. We spend a lot of time in the buildings. I know a lot of people spend a lot of time in the city hall building and all the stuff that was prior to city hall. So there's a lot of great memories there. But we're building a pretty nice new city hall where it'll be a space to create some really awesome new memories as well. So we've done all we can to try to preserve the history within it. We had a great when we did the groundbreaking or the groundbreaking ceremony for it. I know we had the Fowler family out and Mr. Fowler, he spoke a lot about the history of the Alpha Theater and his dad and all they did with the building and stuff. But um, preserving that history and still sharing that kind of history was what we're trying to do to carry it on even went into the new building and stuff. So we're trying to come up with some creative ways to still preserve that and stuff. But it will be a beautiful new building for the community to come out and use and stuff. So
Yeah.
it is coming along, and it'll be here before we know it. The construction
Oh yeah.
on pretty quickly. So it's
Yeah.
exciting.
For sure. Yes. And then the other big news item is that we are currently hosting millage rate meetings. So this is just to inform the public about the city's millage rate. Um, the next meeting will be August 3rd at 5 p.m. at the Douglasville Conference Center. So if you are curious or have any input or anything like that, you can come to that meeting. But I believe that, and Jason can help me out here. He can probably explain it a little bit better than I can, but our millage rate is not changing, right, Jason?
Correct. Yeah, it's millage rate season, so I have this conversation pretty much every year. As Emily talked about with the city hall, the city hall is something that our finance teams have been very conservative and been doing a really good job of managing our finances so that we're in a good stable position as a city. So we're able to cash fund the city hall with reserves without any impact on taxpayers or having to go out and take out an extra geo bond or anything like that, which is great, which means that project is happening and the taxpayers aren't going to see an increase in their taxes related to that. So when we're moving into military season, each year the city establishes and sets a millage rate, which is the number that is used to calculate your taxes. So the city going into this year has looked at everything and said, we don't have a need to increase our millage rate. We're in a good position. So the proposal is to keep the millage rate exactly where it was last year. So the city is not raising the millage rate at all for our portion of property taxes. So what that means is it's all based ultimately on the value of your home. If the value of your home increased, you might have an increase on your property taxes just because your home is worth more. If the value of your home stayed the same, your taxes are going to stay the same. If the value of your home unfortunately went down or something like that, then your taxes are going to go down. So the city is not increasing our millage rate. So we are not actively increasing the rate to increase your taxes or anything like that. That's the proposal. We've had a couple of meetings so far. The last meeting, like you said, I think is on what did you say the date was?
August 3rd.
August 3rd. That'll be the last meeting, and that'll be when they vote on it. So yeah, actually, definitely come out, ask questions, and that's your time to kind of speak to the council, ask any questions you might have, and let them know what you feel about it. But the city is not increasing the millage rate is the main takeaway. So
Yeah.
that's the big news story.
Yes. Yeah. And then just to talk about some little more fun things. Um, our farmers market is still going strong this season, so you can join us every Tuesday at the town green from 3 p.m. to 6:30, and support local farmers and vendors and
Mm.
all that kind of stuff. And then we are closing out summer by having a movie at the park. Our department is hosting this event at Jesse Davis Park on Friday, July 31st. They'll be showing the live action Lilo and Stitch movie. And so they're going to have the movie, they're going to have activities, all kinds of things. So it should be a really fun event. The activities start at 6 and then the movie is going to start at 7. So, great way to, in the summer, before school starts, is to come on out to Jesse Davis Park, have a family movie night, and yeah, have lots of fun.
Awesome. Yeah. And I think you teed up a great segue there. Well done, Emily. Because yeah, it does seem like the summer is wrapping up. It seems weird to think that summer is we're starting to reach toward the end of summer, and school is going to be starting back any day now. It feels like, right? Just a couple of weeks. We got just a little bit of summer left. So, in preparation for that, I know you ladies have probably been super busy getting ready for a new school year and got a lot of stuff going on. So, let's jump in and talk with Patty and Portia in a little more depth. So, let me get your official titles correct so I don't mess them up. So, Portia, you're with the school system and your title is
Executive Director of Communications.
Communications. And Patty,
I am the Family Engagement Coordinator.
Family Engagement Coordinator. So that's a big one, particularly when we're talking about back to the school and trying to engage with parents and all this going on with the students and stuff. So let's start off and talk about the big back to school kickoff you guys have coming up. Is something you're organizing, Patty?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
All right. So what does everybody need to know about when and where and what all is going on?
Okay. So our annual back to school kickoff is scheduled for Saturday, July 25th. It will be held at our Legacy Arena on 9030 Highway 5. It begins at 10 a.m. and it will end at 1 p.m.
Nice. All right. And what all can people expect at the big back to school kickoff?
The format is similar to the years past. We will have all of our school principals there from all of our schools. We will have all of our district departments there. We are also partnering with about 30 community vendors that will also be there. What we ask from our vendors is that they provide a free service to our families. We are not really interested in having vendors that sell a service. We want to provide valuable and relevant resources for all of our families that attend, from the whole community, the whole county, and especially our Douglas County school system families.
Nice. So this is something where parents and students can come out and they can get plugged in with the principals from each school and know what's going on and vendors and things like that. You got some free giveaways and things like that from the different vendors.
Absolutely. We
Yeah.
have a lot of free giveaways. When our families walk in the door, if they have a student within our school system, they will get a free clear drawstring bag. The student does have to be present to get that bag. So they'll walk down to the arena floor with an empty bag, and they'll hopefully leave it full of school supplies. So each one of our district departments are handing out a specific school supply, whether it's a pencil or a ruler or a composition book or
A water bottle.
a water bottle, right? Each one of our departments has a different school supply that they will hand out. So the object really is for each family to visit all the tables to get the school supplies. And then, of course, our vendors are also handing out their own resources, whether it's a brochure or a stress ball or a water bottle or even school supplies. Like a lot of them have reached out and asked me, what they can give away. So it's a plethora of giveaways. They should be able to get something free at every table. And then, of course, we are also giving away a free meal. Um, Everybody can get a hot dog or a hamburger, and I think a bag of chips and a bottle of water. And then we, of course, have tables that they can sit and eat as a family. So
And we also have, of
about
course,
always a great event.
we have vegetarian options available, and we will also have entertainment throughout the day, Patty, won't we?
Yes, we will. Each one of our high schools is going to be bringing either or their band or their cheer dance squad. So we will have them scheduled throughout the 3 hours that the event is open. And in years past, I haven't gotten confirmation on this yet, but I'm pretty sure all of our high school mascots will be there as well.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, it's a very celebratory atmosphere. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, you got like a pep rally for all the schools going on, basically. Right?
It truly is a pep rally to start the school year. I mean, that's kind of the intention of it. And just to give our families access to, like I said, resources and to their school that their child will be attending.
Yeah, and then just to get people excited for the new school year, right?
Absolutely.
And we're sad that summer's coming to an end, but the school, new school year is exciting.
And the students are always so excited to see their principals. So many of them miss their principals over the summer, and we've got all the principals gathered together in one place. So the students enjoy seeing their older principals that, once they've moved on, and seeing their new principals for the first time. So it's always a very happy time when they're reunited with the principals that they've missed over the summer.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's always really neat to see because, yeah, I mean, our school system does an amazing job in general. As a school system, where the Douglas County school system is a really highly rated school system.
Mhm.
But the connection, I think, between the students and some of those principals and the teachers, and when you see them running up to those principals, like they really missed seeing them over the summer, or they're, like you said, they're the principals that they had in elementary or middle school or something like that. It's really evident the engagement that these principals and the impact these principals have on these students' lives, that it's such it's just always a great thing to see. So I don't know how if that's just like an intentional thing from you guys, from the school system, say, hey, we want that level of an investment, or if it's just the people that we have in those positions that are making that kind of impact. I'm not sure, but whatever it is, good job. It's working.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We work hard. We work hard, and we've worked very hard on this upcoming back to school kickoff. Now, it's grown more and more every year. And Patty, what year is this? Is this year 3 or 4?
This is
Maybe
going to be year 5.
year 5, excuse
Yeah,
me.
we had it 2 years here at our central office
Mhm.
on Veterans Memorial Parkway. We had it in our parking deck for the first 2 years. And then this will be our 3rd year in Legacy Arena.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah,
Well,
and
that is
our attendance has grown
Yeah.
each year. Last year we had over 7,000
Wow.
people
Wow.
come through the doors. Yes.
That's a fun day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you mentioned a whole lot of stuff going on. Patty, what's your favorite thing about the day that you guys do? What's your favorite element?
Last year was the first year that we brought our high school bands in. And at the start of it, when the band was playing and the people were coming down the stairs, I truly got goosebumps. It was just so just like I said, celebratory, and the kids were excited, the families were excited, the band was playing. It was just a great atmosphere.
It's hard to beat a big high school marching
I
band
know.
type, right?
You're right.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
love that
absolutely.
part
What
too.
about
That
you,
was
Portia?
I just love seeing the community volunteers, the community supporters that just all the volunteer groups that came out and were just cheering our students on as they walked in the door and just wishing them all a fantastic start to their school year. That just really inspired me seeing them all devoting their Saturday afternoons and mornings to just making sure our kids got the best start to their school year. So that just really, really got me going for the school year.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Well, so we've talked about the summer coming to an end, and but you guys haven't just been kind of sitting around and enjoying your summer doing nothing, right? So I know Patty, you mentioned you guys have had a number of the summer pop up reading
Yes.
events, right? And you have some more coming up. Tell us a little bit about those and how they've been going and what you got still left in the summer.
Yes. So I also work with our summer reading challenge. And it was very important to our superintendent. We started this last year, and it was very important to our superintendent to ensure that our whole community was reading over the summer, not only just our students, but he really wanted us all to model that reading. So we started the community reading challenge last summer. And we set a very high goal last summer, which we did not meet. So we were a little bit more intentional with our goal this year. So this year, our goal is 3 million minutes. And last year, for the whole summer, I think we just reached 1 million. So we were a little bit off our goal last year, but we hope to make our 3 million minute goal this year. We're currently at almost 1.2 million.
Oh, wow, nice.
So, and we still have 3 weeks to go. So we're very, very excited about that. In order to keep the community engaged in reading, we've been hosting with some of our partners what we call summer reading pop-ups. We had our first one here at our central office back in early June. And you were kind and gracious enough to host our second one. The city of Douglasville hosted one back in like mid-June over at the new Youth Innovation Lab,
Yes.
which was great. And we've had incredible attendance at both of those events. We have a celebrity reader that does reads a story to the kids, and then we do an activity that coordinates with that story. Um, and then we have a third one was scheduled for the 13th, and then our finale is going to be on July 27th, which is going to be at Legacy Arena. And we have some big surprises for that. We're going to have some gifts for all of our summer readers. And we may have more than one special guest. So I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. But we're very thankful to our community partners, the city of Douglasville, and of course, Douglas County. They also hosted a reading pop up for us this summer. So like I said, it was important to our superintendent that it be a community effort, and that we have the whole community involved in reading. And just we value reading, and we wanted to show our students how important that is.
And I know that reading is very important to the mayor, and so she was
Oh, yeah.
so excited to be able to be the celebrity reader at the city-sponsored reading pop-up. So
She did a great job. I don't know if you guys remember, but the story was about a little boy who was a little bit fearful of jumping off of the big diving board. So it was a book about being brave, but it did involve swimming in the community pool. And she came in with her swim goggles.
Right.
She brought her beach towel. Excuse me. She brought her beach towel. So she did a fantastic job. We appreciate her.
She
We
always
appreciate her efforts.
Yeah, whenever we're interviewing the mayor and she's so busy, she does stuff all the time, and we always ask her, what's your one of her favorite things that she does as mayor. She always talks about reading to the kids because she does it often. She has a regular rotation where she goes to different schools. She's always out there for the Dr. Seuss's birthday, the Cat in the Hat Day. She always turns out for that when she's got her Cat in the Hat shirt and outfit and stuff that she wears and stuff. She's always super excited about that. But she always loves going and engaging and reading to the kids. I know when we have our Christmas parade, she does the Night Before Christmas or whatever the story is every year that she reads sometimes at the school. Sometimes we recorded her and send it to the school and broadcast it in different places. But I think that's something she really enjoys, doing the reading, but engaging with the kids and stuff. So yeah, she's always excited about the reading. And I know we've had some reading stuff at our farmers market. I know there's been some kind of celebrity reading bits at our farmers market on Tuesdays as well. We've had a couple of those pop up. So definitely staying busy throughout the summer, keeping kids engaged and keeping them actively reading. So they're not just kind of forgetting everything over the summer, right?
Yeah. Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
Very cool. Very nice. Well, what else do you guys have going on? Big, exciting stuff happening in the school system. Portia, you're a communications person. You've got a new communications tool, right? Rolling out?
Yes, yes. Remind has been wonderful to us, and we've been
Yep.
using that as a family engagement tool. Remind has been acquired by a new company, so it's still Remind, but it's just it's just morphed into something bigger and better. And
Okay.
now it's called Parent Square.
Oh,
And
okay.
so the capabilities are even bigger and better. And just we're really excited to just present this to our families this fall. We're sending emails out to families. Those emails started going out on July 13th, and parents were invited to begin activating their accounts. It's all opt in. We're not forcing anybody to do this. It's opt in. So all parents have to do is activate their account, and then their teachers and the school can keep in touch with them, that the schools can send out pictures of their students' progress, coaches can send information out, teachers can send reminders about homework assignments, deadlines coming up, permission slips, all these types of things will be available through Parent Square.
That's awesome. Yeah, the amount of connection and communication between schools and parents that
A
happens
lot.
now is crazy. I mean, it's great because yeah, my kids, we just graduated our last one this past year out of high school. But the level of communication between the school system and us about what's going on and
Right.
assignments and I think back to like when I was in school, I was like, my mom had no idea what was going on or what
Oh,
my
yeah, it
assignments
just
were or
went
what
home in
my
the
grades looked
backpack.
like. I don't know how I made it through. As much as we're like engaging, going, Eli, did you do your homework? Eli, did you do this assignment? Eli, what about this assignment? I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't know how I made it through school.
I don't know. If it wasn't in my backpack, then my parents didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's another level these days,
It
which is
is.
great because it keeps the parents able to engage and know what's happening in their students. It's not they don't have to wait until the report card at the end of the semester and go, what happened? Right. So they're
And
kind of
it's
involved along the
changing.
way. So if there's a problem or an issue or a student's kind of falling behind or something, the parents hopefully will know that along the way and they can engage. And then you obviously have your teachers reaching out saying, hey, so and so's, falling behind or struggling or whatnot. But having the ability for parents to see and get reminded and know what's happening is a game changer. It's a world of difference than when I came through school
Yeah, and
a million
the
years ago.
parents of today, they want it all from an app or
Yeah.
social media.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, and you can
times
pull
have
it up on your
changed.
phone. Yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
that's
Times have
what's amazing
changed.
is yeah,
And
you can we can pull up on the phone and we can see, yes, he had these assignments this
mhm,
week
mhm.
and we can ask him and he said, yeah, he's turned them all in. Or
So
the
that's right.
the failing assignments, I don't know if you guys have the email notification system where they send
Oh,
out
I
the
do.
failing assignment
Oh,
notifications.
yes. I'm on every grade. Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Those would always come in and, and my wife's always like, "Oh, another failing assignment." And it's always at the most inopportune time where we're sitting down for dinner or something like that. Failing assignment notification, but it's good to get those and we can sit there and say, "Hey, what is this failing assignment?" Say, "Oh, I turned that in. Let me follow up with the teacher and make sure that it's not missing or they changed it and that wasn't due or something like that." There was always an explanation whether it was right or wrong. But having that notification was something that allowed us to say, "Hey, this is something we need to check in." So that's awesome.
Yes, yes, I'm grateful. I am on Infinite Campus all the time. I just wait for I've got twins, so I'm getting these Infinite Campus alerts all throughout the day. Every time a grade is posted,
Uh-huh.
I'm on it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the thing. We just went through the whole graduation season and that alone is exhausting. But I think we came out the other side, and Lacey, my wife, was like, "You know what this means? No more failing assignment notifications. No more missing assignment notifications."
My day will come when I can uninstall that app.
That's right.
Once my twins graduate, my
Eh,
day will come.
But it's important to have now while
Yes,
you're
for
in it.
now. But I do look forward to the day when it's not necessary on my phone.
yeah.
That's right. Now we got now they move on to college, which doesn't have that level, and you're like, "Ooh, gosh, I hope they're okay."
It's
I
the
hope
unknown
so.
in college.
So they're gonna have to figure it out in college.
I know.
So so that's awesome. So you guys are sending out all the notifications. Parents don't need to
Yes,
do
yes,
anything
yes.
extra for Parent Square.
Yes, we're giving parents numerous options to sign up, but parents can sign up on their own. They don't have to wait to get the emails. They can just go to the website, they can go to the app themselves. All they need to do is make sure that they're signing up with the email and the phone number that we've got on file for them. So they can sign up anytime, but we will send out 3 reminders for families to sign up.
Nice.
We won't
Nice.
harass you, but we strongly
Yeah.
encourage all our families to sign up. The 3 reminders will go out. After
That's
that,
awesome.
we'll leave you alone.
All right. Well, what else? Is there anything else big we haven't covered? I know we've talked about the big back to school kickoff and some of the summer reading programs and the communication efforts. Is there anything that major that we're missing other than a whole new school year about to start and all the
Uh,
things you guys are doing?
Well, Patty, why don't you briefly go over the first of all the new parking deck that's coming at the new
Oh,
parking deck that's coming at the arena, and because we're building and constructing this new parking deck that will be constructed in
Yeah.
December 2026 this year,
Nice.
because of this construction that's taking place now, we had to adjust some of our parking for this back to school kickoff for this year only. So, Patty, why don't you go ahead and go into detail about the parking for this year only?
okay. So, as Portia mentioned,
Mhm.
we have very limited parking at Legacy Arena currently. So I don't. You said that you went through the whole graduation season, so you dealt with that parking issue then. So we have offsite locations that our families can park at, and there are 3 of them. One is right next door at Hunter Park. One is at Douglas County High School. And then one is at the Park and Ride on Douglas Boulevard, right where I think Stewart Parkway comes to it, that Park and Ride right there. So parents can park at any one of those locations and catch a shuttle that will drop them off right at the front doors of the Legacy Arena. We've tried to make it as easy as possible to get our families there. Um, so we hope that that will work out well. It has worked out well in the past. We'll have I can't even remember the number of shuttles that we have, but there's a lot. I think there was 10 at each site. So they're going to be running constantly throughout the event. And, the event is not just, you come at 10, you leave at 1. It's more of a drop-in event. So there could be some parking on site at Legacy Arena. We do have some spots. But we are actually trying to save those spots, of course, for anybody with a handicap, or we are encouraging families that have strollers or children young enough to go in a car seat to park in those limited spots if they're available at the arena, because we cannot allow strollers on our shuttles.
Right.
So we do have a couple different options for parents with very young children. They can hopefully park at one of those parking spots at the arena, or they can get dropped off. Their driver can go park at Hunter Park next door and be shuttled back to meet them. And just another point, this is just a 1-year inconvenience. Like Portia said, our parking deck will be in full operation, hopefully by the end of the year. Certainly by next summer, we'll have SCAD's parking.
Nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
especially by graduation.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. And I also, one thing I failed to mention is that, this is, like I said, a huge event. And as you noted, a huge event. We have a lot of volunteers that
Mhm.
volunteer their time In the past several years, we partnered with the Divine Nine, the local chapters of our sororities and fraternities. They always are very gracious and volunteer their time just to help us in volunteer spots throughout the event. And then we also have local high school students, Beta Club students who also volunteer their time to help us at the event. So we just want to acknowledge all of our volunteers and how much help they provide us.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's so many things that happen in our community, not just with the school board, but with the city and the county and everywhere that just would not and could not happen without volunteers
Yes.
that make it happen.
They're
Absolutely.
very
So
important.
big part of our community.
Yeah.
And we have an amazing community that does show up. So we have a lot of volunteers who do show up. And then like you said, the Beta Club type kids who need those volunteer hours. Yeah, that was another thing that we were on having to constantly stay on top of. You got to get your Beta Club hours. You got to get your volunteer hours in, right? So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff going on. So yeah, the parking deck, that will be great. But like everything else we've talked about with the city hall and things like that, it's going to be a
Change
little
the
bit of a
game.
construction site until it's there.
Yeah.
So there's gonna have some growth pains, I guess, in the
Yes.
meantime as we transition. But yeah, once it's done, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It will
It'll
be.
be awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you both for all of that information. You guys have an amazing school year coming up. I hope you enjoyed your summer. It sounded like you did a whole lot of work this summer, but I hope you all enjoyed the
Yes,
summer
got a
too.
lot.
Summer's not really our downtime.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
No. Well, y'all find some time to take a vacation at some point because it didn't sound like you stopped.
All right. Well, thank you. Well, it's always a joy speaking with you all.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you
and
for
thank
the
you all. Thank
invitation.
y'all for joining us. Thank you, Patty and Portia, for all the information on the school system. Thank you, Emily, for the news and events again.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
Anytime.
for producer Steve in the background who makes it all work. He's back there somewhere making the show happen. And thank you to all of our viewers and listeners who tuned in. I hope you got some good information about the school system and the upcoming school year. If you have any other questions, you can always go to the school's website. They've got all the information there for the Douglas County school system and find everything you need to know about upcoming events, activities, how to connect, how to get engaged with the
Mhm.
communications platforms. It's all there. So thank you again for joining us. Thank you again for listening and watching, and we'll see you next time on Douglasville Impact. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
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 Mhm.